We welcome into studio big comedian Bob Marley.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me in. How you doing?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Good news.
Yes.
Snow is on its way.
Yeah. Okay.
For those of us that were worried that we might not get any more snow, it is on its way, and it is going to carry us right into June. So
They're still going to be skiing in June this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
I don't know about you guys, but I've run out of room to plow the snow. I have a plow in my truck, and the last 3 storms, I've just pushed it onto my neighbor's yard. I go out real early in the morning when nobody's looking, and then I blame it on the city plow.
Of course it is. It's the
And
city guy
when
did
he
it.
comes out, the city plow rides by, and he gives them, obscene gestures. And then you don't want to fight a city plow guy. Those city workers are tough. One guy will beat you up while the other 5 guys smoke cigarettes and watch.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, do you plow just your driveway? Or do you plow other people's?
I do. My mother's a bunch of old ladies on her street. I've never made a dime plowing. I just help everybody out. That's everybody's, modus operandi.
Yes.
Is hey, Bob, just knock the end out, will ya? Just knock the end out. 20 minutes later, you're plunging the guy's toilet. Get after it, Bob. But here's the thing, with these temperatures are so depressing. And last Saturday it was like 41 degrees.
Right,
it was like a revival.
Right,
We
for
were
10
all
minutes.
like, it's 41 degrees. Bring me down to the river and dunk me in and baptize me.
And everyone's wearing T-shirts.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what's wrong? I mean, we're crazy.
Yes.
That 41 is 9 degrees above freezing. If you called somebody in California or Florida and said, guess what? It's 41 today, they would think we're crazy. But here's our excuse here in New England. This is what people say. I love it here because I love the 4 seasons. Translation, I don't have enough money to move to Florida.
You're right.
Otherwise, I would. And these temperatures are just depressing. I know this morning on the big show you've been talking about things that your spouse has purchased and not told you.
Yes.
But I'd like to share something that my wife did and she tried not to tell me.
Tried.
But she did. About 3 weeks ago, as you recall, it was minus 26, minus 27 degrees without the wind. Mm-hmm. And that was the day my wife decided to get the vehicle washed. So, I mean, I'm not a sorcerer. I don't know a lot of things. I am not a bright man, as Forrest Gump would say. I know a few things. Don't pee into the wind. Never take a suppository and a sleeping pill in the same night.
Oh.
I know only a few things.
Okay.
But and don't wash the car if it's minus 26.
That's right.
So I fielded the call from the couch. She goes, "Hi, Bob." And I go, "How you doing, honey?" "I'm in the driveway." I said, "Okay, well, I'm inside. Come on in. We'll be together." "Well, I can't get out. I can't get out of the car." I'm like, "Okay, more information might be needed. Are you at gunpoint? What's going on?" "I just can't get out of the car." And I said, "Well, I can't get off the couch. Two can play this activity." So she says, "Just come out." So I go out like an idiot in my Boston Bruins Walmart pajamas. And I love Walmart pajamas. The first time you wear them, they're incredibly comfortable. You wash them, and then they're knickers.
Right. There's nothing left.
So I'm out there, and the wind is cutting through those $9.99 Walmart Bruins pajamas, and cars are driving by. "Hey, Bobby." I'm like, "Hi, I'm a loser." So I go out, and my wife is cryogenically frozen in the car like Ted Williams. I'm yanking on the door handle like, "What do you think it is?" And this is where she's lying to me. She's like, "I don't know," but clearly she knew. I'm like, "It's minus 26. Let's cut through the chase here." And she goes, "I did go to the grocery store." I'm like, "No, that would not lock you in a vehicle like this." "Oh, okay." I finally get it out of her. "I did get the car washed." "Okay, well, that would be it, Matlock. That would be it. Look, call the dogs off. We've solved the case." So she goes, "What are we going to do? Because I got to get my hair done in an hour." I said, "Well, unless we can drive to Florida to get the doors open, we're pretty much stuck with this situation." Can you go to Walmart and get the de-icer? This is the community that we live in. You have to go to Walmart, get a de-icing spray to spray into the lawn to rescue your spouse from a vehicle. Like, what is wrong with us? I don't know if we're ever going to get out of this.
So when you were at Walmart, did you pick up new pajamas too?
Yes, I got the new pajamas over there and everything. Yeah. But I rescued her. I got her out. I'm her hero.
Ah, yes.
There you go.
Listen, she was all over me when I got her out. She's hugging me. "Oh, you're my hero," just like like Liam Neeson. And we went to that movie the other night, Nonstop. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen Nonstop, no.
Okay, Liam Neeson is 6'6". He's
Right.
a Scottish guy, and he's like this. And I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. I don't know where you're from, but I have skills. You know, it's the voice, right? The
Right,
voice
right,
is
right.
incredible. You guys know you're in radio. It's all about the voice.
Right.
If this guy was from Kentucky, he'd have no movie career. I mean, that would come out differently, right? Hey, man, I don't know where you're from or what you want. I ain't got no money. This is why there will never be an action hero from New England. Right? Because our voices here are just horrible. This is how it would play out. You're never going to take me alive. Well, listen, bud, settle down. Bring it down. You're all wound up here. Just bring it down a hitch. You want to come over to Mother's house for supper? We can work this out. There ain't no need to get all geared up.
You make a great hostage negotiator.
Yes. Well, that's the thing in New England. Everybody knows each other. You know, the hostage negotiator would call. I know who you are, but I went to high school with you. I know you're working up at Shaw's right now. Just come out. We'll work it out. The Patriots are on in 12 minutes.
You're going to be in Maine this Saturday night at the Regatta Room, right there at Route 236 in Eliot.
Yeah, Regatta Room in Eliot. It's a great space. It's a great venue. It's really nice place over right in Eliot. I'll be there on Saturday night. 2 big shows. If you go to my website, it's bmarley.com. That's BMARLEY.com. All the information is there, and there's still some seats left, but call sooner than later. They're going pretty fast, and you can follow me on Facebook or Twitter at Bob Marley Comedy.
Bob Marley Comedy or bmarley.com. bmarley.com. You don't want to Google Bob Marley because if you do, you get the wrong Bob Marley.
Right.
And the other one will not be at the Regatta Room on Saturday night, I assure you.
Do you ever get people coming up and asking you?
Okay, so here's what happened. For Christmas, I got my wife on a trip to Jamaica.
Oh, boy.
I Googled, like, warmest place in January.
No!
So I went to Jamaica, and I've made it a point over my career. I've been doing stand-up now for 22 years. Don't ever do jokes about my name because I just thought it was too easy.
Right.
But I will say this. Going to Jamaica, you have to at least mention it because it's an all-inclusive resort. So the guy would say, what's your name and room number? I'd say, Bob Marley, room, you know, and he'd be like, oh, yeah, right. So he would punch up my room number, and it'd be like, oh, no way. And then, of course, then they all want to smoke pot with you. And I don't smoke pot, you know, and so I'm like thinking, what if my name was Cass Eliot? Would they be giving me ham sandwiches? And, you know, but you will get the different Bob Marley if you go.
Don't Google it. Just go to bmarley.com.
Yeah, it's bmarley.com.
bmarley.com. Saturday night, 2 shows, Regatta Room, bmarley.com. Bob Marley, always a pleasure. Thanks for spending
Great to
time
see you
with us.
guys. Thanks for having me.